Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. We're back for another video, and this one is for Game of Thrones. This is a small recap and review video for season 4 of Game of Thrones. And my tripod doesn't do what I want. It doesn't do what the fuck I want. Okay, I want to give a out of admiration for season 4. I want to do a video about it. A small one, but like I said, I really want to do one. Let's just say, from out of my opinion, that season 4 was definitely till now the best season of Game of Thrones. I mean, we had episodes like Two Swords, The Lion and the Rose, Breaker Chains, The Lost Gods and Men, Mockingbird, and actually every episode was good in this season. We got introduced to a lot of new characters, and also a lot of new characters died. The first episode, Two Swords, where ice was reforged into 2 new Valyrian steel swords. One gave to Joffrey, one gave to Jaime, and Tywin wanted Jaime to get to Castle Rock and live up to Tywin's heir, but he didn't want it. He wanted to be in the Kingsguard and throw that all away, and just to stay with Cersei, as well as just fuck up his father's plans. Amazing episode. All through the season we had a very good view on Arya, get to know the Hound better. Those scenes were really good. I really enjoyed those. We had this most epic and amazing season, episode 2, The Lion and the Rose, where this motherfucker here, that motherfucker, he died. Actually, he was not a motherfucker. He was not a sister fucker. He was just a motherfucker in general. And he died, and I'm glad he died. I'm glad he came to his end. But I think he should have deserved a much worse and much more painful death. Although choking is very painful and very slow death. If it happens slow, it can happen slow, and it will be very painful. So it definitely didn't go without pain and knowing that he was gonna die. But I'd rather have seen him get overthrown with acid or some kind of shit like that, getting his limbs chopped off and sewed back on it. That shit. Like Ramsay Bolton. Ramsay Bolton did with Theon. He cut off his fucking dick and sent it to his father and his sister. And his father didn't respond well because he didn't give shit anymore. He didn't give shit about his son. And his sister did. Insane. Insane. Theon is now being called a reek. And he didn't want to get captured by, get taken back by his sister. And because he showed himself as to be Theon at Mothcaitlin, was it? I think it was Moth. Something about whatever. Anyways, he portrayed himself as Theon, like Ramsay asked him to do, and they slayed the complete people of their house in that place, and they took it over. Ramsay, he got the name Bolton by his father because he did all that shit for him. We had I slowly got to see that the killer of Joffrey was Lady Olenna, I didn't know before. I was paying too much attention to this godly figure of what is Marjorie. I paid more attention to her behind than I was paying attention to the episode, and I didn't see what happened. Later on, I watched some other reactions to that episode, and I watched it back a couple times, and I saw that Lady Helena was playing with her hair, with Sansa's hair, took off a little piece of the chain and put it in Joffrey's cup, and he died. He was dead. He was dead as a motherfucker. It was really awesome, really awesome. Tyrion got the blame for it, because Tyrion, he was his wine bearer for that evening, and he picked up the cup, and Joffrey was pointing at him like this. So he got the blame for it. He got captured. We got introduced to Oberyn Martell from Dorne, and we got introduced to him as he was a very honorable man. He came to King's Landing to get some things straight, because the Mountain raped and killed his family, raped his sister, killed his sister, killed also her children, and he came to King's Landing to set that shit straight, and he got to fight the Mountain in the end, and we all know what happened. We got a lot of Daenerys, who was with the Second Sons. She captured a lot of slave bay places like Marine and Yonkai, and eventually that shit came crumbling down because she wasn't there, and they were grabbing their power back. We also saw that eventually in the end of the season, Jorah he got thrown out of her band of married men because Sir Barristan he got a letter from King's Landing, probably from Tywin, framing Jorah. I mean, he was spying for King's Landing for Varys, but in the end he wasn't anymore. He fell in love with Daenerys, and Sir Barristan got the letter. He gave it to Daenerys, and eventually Jorah got cast out, and he's now on his way to God knows where. We got that great episode Oathkeeper, where Brienne got the sword from Jaime, where everything's changed for Jaime. I'm not sure in which episode it was, but I think it was 3 or 4. Where Jaime he fucked with Cersei next to their dead son.
It's not right.
I don't care. I don't care.
Joffrey, that was pretty macabre, and there was a real hot discussion in the comments about did he rape her or didn't he rape her. A lot of people said they shot it as a normal consented sex scene, but they edited it like it was a rape. I'm not sure if I was looking at that, even if Cersei consented to it afterwards or while doing it, at first it was rape because she didn't want it, or she didn't want him to go. She didn't want him to do it, and Jaime literally said he don't care, so he was going to do it anyway. So if Cersei didn't want it at all and kept saying she didn't want it, it was rape all the way. But this at the halfway it looked like it turned out not to be a rape. But I don't give a shit if it was rape or not. If it was rape, I don't care for her, and I'm glad Jaime did it, because I don't give a shit about Cersei at all, and I hope she will get a gruesome death in season 5, 6 or 7. Or maybe even 8. I don't know. I'm not sure how long she survives. We saw that Littlefinger. Eventually, we saw that Littlefinger was in the plan with Lady Olenna. Sir Dantos, he brought Sansa to Littlefinger, and they sailed off. They went to the Erie, they went to Lady Erin, and eventually he married with Lady Erin, and he killed her. He threw her out of the moon door. Because I think he only wanted one thing, and that was power over the Erie. But I'm not sure. And a lot of people in the comments said that it's all started with Littlefinger, because he was the one who ordered Lady Erin to poison her husband John. What eventually led up to Ned Stark being recruited by Robert Baratheon as the Hand of the King, and after that it was history. Of course, it was insane. A lot of shit happened more, but I don't remember everything anymore. Also, we saw a little bit of Bran about his visions, where he needed to go, and we saw Ygritte and Jon Snow, and we saw them break up.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Also, we saw that very fucking epic trial. At least the speech of Theon. His speech of being guilty of being a dwarf, and basically telling everyone that he was already condemned before this trial even begun. It was such a powerful speech. I remember saying in the reaction that if he doesn't get an Emmy for this, or an Oscar or whatever, I'm not sure what will. And someone said in the comments that he got a Peter Dinklage, he got a Emmy for that season. I think mainly because of that speech, and mainly just because he's such a great actor. He makes you laugh. He can act his balls out. He can be with a lot of emotion. It's just a great actor. I really love him as an actor, and I hope, and as a character, and I hope he's not going to die soon. At least he's not yet dead. He is now with Varys, going to whatever place he's going to. Also, Stannis and Davos went to Braavos to get some money, because they need an army to fight against whatever comes out of the north. Because the Red Lady told him that there was a lot more than only the fight about the Seven Kingdoms. Eventually we led up to season 4 episode 8, where the Mountain was gonna fight the Viper, Oberyn, because he volunteered himself to be the warrior for Tyrion, and he had some stripes to cross there with the Lannisters. So it was a good opportunity to fight the Mountain and kill the Mountain because of what he did to his family. I was really confident that he was gonna win. Ooh.
You killed her children!
Whoa! Fuck you! I was so confident because Oberyn, he came off as a macho man, but we never saw his full potential, and I thought he was a really good fighter, but in the end, when I saw that he was being so fucking cocky, and kept asking the Mountain for a confession, also actually for what Tywin did, I knew it was over. It was over. I knew it was over. It was a matter of time before the Mountain got him and fucking killed him. And the Mountain also was very relaxed, laying down there on the ground, conserving his energy, because he was stabbed a couple times by Oberyn. And I said it in the reaction that I thought it had to be some kind of poison on those blades, because he's called the Viper. So eventually the Mountain got him, knocked some teeth out of him, put him on the ground, got the confession, gave the confession, and before he before he crushed his eyes out and literally made his head explode. Ouch. Right, ouch. Someone in the comments said Oberyn was the bomb. He literally was the bomb. He exploded. Holy fucking shit. Tyrion got sentenced to death by Tywin because basically Oberyn lost. We lost Oberyn there. He was a very nice new character who brought a lot of refreshments in the show, as being portrayed as a Southern American or Southern European kind of person with a lot of warmth and his macho style and stuff. I really liked him, and it sucks that we're going to miss him. Coming down to the most iconic episodes of this season, I think, in my opinion, episode 9 and episode 10. Episode 9 was basically this a Blackwater 2, but because it was more close to my favorite kind of house, Starks, it was more of a. I remember I was screaming and cheering the whole way down with oh, oh, oh. It was a mixture, a roller coaster of emotions, the complete episode long. And we saw giants, we saw fucking mammoths, we saw giants on fucking mammoths. We saw oil barrels falling down the wall or being dropped down the wall and exploding on the ground, making those mammoths run, people blow up, being on fire, every fucking shit. We saw that giant being angry as fuck, lifting that wall up, or lifting the door up from the wall, and he ran in it where I think it was Pip. No, it wasn't Pip. I don't know what his name was, with the other night watchers, and eventually they killed that giant. They did it. They didn't let him get through. We also saw that very good tactic that they had. They had a like a thing, blade, a lot of blades in that in the wall. They broke the wall, let it come out, and they sliced up all the climbers, all the wildlings climbing up the wall. That even so, we saw the commander, the new commander, because Mormon died, a little bit of redeeming himself, at least in my opinion. I think it was a dig all the way down, but confessing to Jon Snow that he was wrong and that Jon was right, going down like a fucking hero to the battlefield, don't give a fuck, killing a lot of people, eventually met up with Tormund, had a very good, very, very awesome fight. He got slit open, but I think he isn't dead because his men pulled him back in some kind of room. We saw Ghost kill a couple of guys. That was very cool. Jon Snow, he lost Ygritte by that boy from the from the village that the Thens completely ravaged, and it was a roller coaster of emotion. I really dig that episode. I was so happy that we finally got some winning on our side. Stannis, this man, he eventually in episode 10 in the season finale, Jon went to the wildlings to discuss. He wanted to discuss with Mance Rayder about a truce, but actually wanted to kill him. But when he wanted to do that, Stannis and Davos, I saw bannermen coming up. I saw the flags, the banners, but I couldn't recognize what banners they were. Holy fuck! Where did they come from? Oh shit, Bannerman! Fucking hell! They attack from both fucking sides! In a half round! What banners? Oh, Baratheon! It's Stannis! Holy shit! Wow! They ride in! Holy fucking shit! I thought the first one, the 9th episode was epic, but this one, holy fuck! Shit! From which house? Eventually I saw the stag with the red and thorn things around it, and I thought, holy shit, that's fucking Stannis. So Stannis came in, killed a couple wildlings, eventually disturbed their true stalking. Stannis and Jon had a conversation about Ned Stark, about his father being an honorable man, about Ned Stark fighting for Stannis. Was just also another amazing episode. They burned to death. Ygritte got burned outside of the wall in the north. Tormund told Jon that she loved him. Actually, I'm not sure what's gonna happen to Tormund. He got made prisoner, but I hope he's gonna change in the benefits of Jon Snow, because if you got Tormund on your side, god damn it, that man is a beast. That man is a fucking beast. Also in that last episode we saw that the dragons of Daenerys are getting a little bit out of hand. They are killing people, and they haven't seen Drogon in a while. She locked up the other two dragons. It was a very emotional moment. We saw the Hound fighting Brienne, and I didn't know who to root for. I didn't want either to die. I wanted to get them to get together and whatever, fuck or whatever, at least not kill each other. But at the end of that fucking amazing fight, Brienne came out as a winner. Holy fuck! She's going crazy! No! She threw Sandor down a wall, down a hill, and he literally broke a lot of things, and was very wounded very much. He actually almost bleeded. Actually, almost begged Arya to kill him. She stole his silver and left. I think her doing that was her saying in a way that she didn't want to kill him anymore. She wasn't on his list anymore. I think it meant that. Also, we saw eventually Tyrion getting freed by Jaime, after I thought Jaime was too caught up with Cersei again, and they pulled off a joke on him, with eventually Tyrion leading to death, but he eventually got to escape with Varys on a boat, but not before he killed Shay, and I was so happy that he did. For him it was very hard and emotional to do it, but I think she definitely deserved it, because she was with Tywin at that moment. She was in the bathroom of Tywin. I spoke with someone who said that could it be that Cersei had anything to do with this, because Cersei was really mad at Tywin that she didn't want to marry with Lord Tyrell, and she would have done anything possible to prevent that from happening, because she didn't want to leave King's Landing. She didn't want to leave her boy Tommen. Oh, but who, by the way, got crowned king. Just forgot to mention about that. So, did Cersei had anything to do with that? knowing that Tyrion would have killed her, and then eventually killed Tywin because the hate Tyrion built it up, and setting Cersei free from that marriage. At the end he killed Tywin, and I've said it in a reaction before that my most favorite Lannisters are Tyrion, Jaime, and Tywin, and I wished Tyrion would have killed Cersei instead of Tywin, because Tywin is very calculating, and he's done some crazy stuff, but Cersei is the real psychopath in this family, I think. Like I said, eventually we got out and got set on a boat in the crate by Varys, and the moment Varys found out, I think, that Tywin was killed, or there was someone killed from the royal family, he decided to go with Tyrion, God knows where. Season 4 was fucking amazing. This was just a small recap review, really fast going through it. Like I said, this was such an amazing season, and it definitely is my most favorite season of this show at this time. And I'm really curious for what's going to happen with season 5, because Arya went on a boat with someone from Bravos, showed him the coin, and they said the words Vala Mogules and Vala Doheres, and she got what she wanted. I'm really curious where they are going to set from here, because Arya wants to go to Winterfell. She hasn't seen Sansa yet, or at least I think she hasn't. Sansa is with Littlefinger, and I think they're going to get married, or at least they're going to get together. Tyrion is going to send God knows where with Varys. They're not in King's Landing anymore. Tywin is dead. Jon Snow is in command of the Wall. Stannis is over there. Stannis knows about the wildlings. The wildlings want to get free passage because they know what's coming. They set up so much things in this season that it's not able to imagine what's going to happen in season 5. Alright guys, this concludes my review recap, and really fast, really small review recap for season 4. Like I said in the last episode of season 4, I want to thank you all for being at my channel, watching my videos, watching my Game of Thrones reactions. Even the unboxing videos are being watched very well, and there isn't, and I'm gonna offend, I think, the Viking fans here. There isn't a much more loyal fan base than the Game of Thrones fan base. I think there isn't. I haven't seen him in any other show that I reacted to. Of course, Vikings is also a very loyal fan base, but they also like Game of Thrones, so they count up with the new coming fans on my channel. So I really want to thank you all for making my channel grow that it has over time, through a lot of Game of Thrones fans on my page that came to my Patreon. I got to buy Jon Snow's Longclaw sword. I got to buy a lot of new Funko Pops. Out of the bottom of my heart, I'm really thankful for what you guys did for me at this moment, and I hope you stick with my channel and stick with my videos and my reaction videos, and hope to see you. Hope that you keep enjoying my videos, and yeah, I just want to thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you want, you could give it a thumbs up. If you want, you could share it around. If you want, you could also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already for Game of Thrones. Thank you for watching, and I'll definitely see you back for next video. Ciao.
Alright, I am the Messiah! Now, fuck off!
You know nothing, Jon Snow.